Imagine walking into a store and finding out that a top-tier computer part you wanted like 2 years ago is now 60% off.
Yeah, it sounds like a complete scam.
Right. But right now, that is exactly what is happening to solid-state drives. So welcome to this deep dive into a comprehensive newslet analysis of the Memorial Day SSD market.
It's a really wild market right
It,
now.
it really is. And our mission for you today is simple. We want to help you figure out if you should, grab that deeply discounted drive this weekend or hold out for a bigger seasonal sale like Black Friday.
Well, the hardware space is seeing this really unprecedented crash right now. I mean, a 1 TB NVMe drive.
Those are the tiny stick of gum size ones, right?
Exactly. The ones that plug straight into your motherboard to load games instantly. Those cost over $100 easily just a couple of years ago. Today, you can grab them for under 70.
Wow. Okay, let's unpack this because looking at the data, this isn't just regular tech depreciation. It's like it's a massive overcorrection.
Yeah, the big manufacturers like Samsung, Micron, and SK Hynix, they vastly overproduced NAND flash storage.
They basically banked on that pandemic-era PC boom lasting forever.
They did. They totally misjudged the post-pandemic demand and just flooded the supply chain with way more capacity than anyone actually needed.
So it's like a flooded clearance aisle right now. But since we understand why prices are at these historic lows, we have to look at how Memorial Day actually disrupts this.
Right, and what's fascinating here is the retailer dynamic. Because there's a baseline oversupply, prices are already sitting at a historic floor.
Right.
But during a holiday weekend, massive retailers like Best Buy and Amazon, they deploy these pricing bots that constantly scrape each other's web pages.
Ah, okay. So if Best Buy drops a drive by 10 cents to lure in shoppers,
Amazon's algorithm automatically drops theirs by 11 cents.
that is wild. It's like the store managers are literally standing in the aisle with price guns, actively shooting down the tags minute by minute to get your money.
That's a great way to put it. And that automated undercutting creates a very brief, aggressive window where prices artificially dip below the true market floor.
But those gaps close fast, don't they?
Oh, usually within days of the holiday. The algorithms just normalize back to the ambient rate.
Wait, I have a question about that. If prices are crashing this aggressively overall, why would anyone buy now? Shouldn't you just let the algorithms bleed each other dry and hold out until Black Friday?
You'd think so, but you are competing against finite stock. The real risk of waiting isn't missing the lowest price, it's missing the hardware entirely.
Because of inventory.
Exactly. Retailers only allocate a strict, limited number of units to be sold at those sub-floor algorithmic prices.
So what does this all mean for the actual hardware supply? Like, if your current drive is throwing read errors or, you have an empty PS5 slot that desperately needs filling.
Then buy now. You're playing a dangerous game by waiting. Once those popular 2 TB and 4 TB drives hit their discount allocation limit, the listings just revert to standard pricing.
Or you get slapped with a backorder wait list.
Yeah, which is the worst. However, if you don't have an immediate crisis, say your laptop is running fine and you're just, eyeing an upgrade speculatively, the math heavily favors patience.
Really? So patience does pay off.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, yeah. The macro downward trend in NAND flash pricing isn't reversing instantly. So if a 2 TB drive is sitting at $80 this weekend, the trend lines suggest it could hit $75 or lower by Black Friday.
But you do have to be vigilant about retail theater in the meantime, right? The sources highlight this heavily.
Oh, absolutely. Just because a retailer slaps a giant red 40% off banner on a webpage doesn't mean they actually cut the price for the holiday.
It's just manufactured urgency to bypass your critical thinking.
Yep. Which is why you need to use price history tools like Camel, or Keepa.
Right, so if a drive claims to be massively discounted for Memorial Day, but the price chart shows it has sat at that exact same dollar amount for 4 months, walk away.
You aren't getting a holiday deal, you're just looking at a new graphic.
Exactly. So distilling all this data, the action plan is clear. Buy this weekend if you have an urgent need. And the price is within $5 of its 90-day historical low.
And if it's sitting $15 over that historical low, hold your ground and wait for the fall.
But wait, there's a fascinating variable hiding in the sources here. The manufacturers are actively cutting production right now to stop prices from falling indefinitely, right?
Oh, they are, yeah.
Meaning the flood of inventory is going to dry up. So what if they cut too much? Could the supply tighten so severely over the summer that the absolute price floor actually shifts upward by Black Friday?
That is the ultimate gamble right there. People who patiently wait could end up getting punished by a market correction.
Wow. The flooded clearance aisle might just completely dry up while you're standing there trying to decide. It's a huge risk to mull over. Keep an eye on those inventory levels and trust the price trackers, not the red sale badges.